You've probably heard of Okinawa, those quiet, sun-kissed islands in Japan where people seem to defy time. Men and women in their 90s still tending their gardens, laughing with neighbors, walking to the market with baskets full of fresh greens. They live long, but more importantly, they live well. Now, people often ask, what's their secret? It isn't wealth. It isn't fancy supplements or some magic elixir. It's their food. Simple, humble, and deeply nourishing. Every meal in Okinawa is like a love letter to balance and moderation. Bright purple sweet potatoes, golden tofu, fresh green vegetables, a bowl of miso soup. No extremes, no overindulgence. Just harmony between flavor, nutrition, and gratitude. Modern science confirms what they practiced for generations. Researchers from the National Institutes of Health found that the traditional Okinawan diet, rich in antioxidants, fiber, and plant proteins, supports lower blood pressure, better blood sugar control, and dramatically fewer heart problems. In fact, Okinawans have up to 80% lower risk of heart disease and cancer compared to the average American. But maybe the real secret isn't only what they eat, it's how they live with their food. They eat slowly, they stop before they're full, a wisdom called hara-hachi bu. They share meals with family in laughter, not in a rush. Because to them, food isn't just fuel, it's connection, it's calm, it's care. So today, let's take a gentle walk through their day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and discover how something as simple as a bowl of soup or a sweet potato can carry the quiet power to heal, protect, and keep us strong, even at 90 or 100. Part 1. The Sweet Potato Morning. In Okinawa, mornings begin quietly. No rush, no blaring TV or clattering dishes, just the soft sound of a kettle boiling and the scent of sweet potatoes steaming in the kitchen. For generations, purple sweet potatoes, beni imo, have been the heart of the Okinawan breakfast. They're not just beautiful to look at, they're medicine disguised as food. Packed with antioxidants called anthocyanins, they protect the cells from aging, the same way rust eats away at metal, free radicals wear down our bodies. But these little purple roots, they slow that process gently. Imagine starting your morning with something that doesn't spike your blood sugar, doesn't leave you tired before noon. Instead, it gives you steady energy, the kind that keeps you walking, gardening, smiling all day long. Alongside the sweet potato, there's often a small bowl of miso soup, light, savory, filled with tofu and seaweed. Miso, a simple fermented soybean paste, might look humble, but it's alive, full of probiotics that nourish the gut and strengthen immunity. Harvard researchers once called fermented foods a hidden key to longevity. And the Okinawans, they've been living that truth for centuries. You might also see a few cubes of tofu, silky and soft, providing protein without the heaviness of meat. Some even enjoy a spoon of natto, that sticky, earthy soybean dish that boosts heart health and blood circulation. It's not for everyone's taste, but maybe that's part of the charm. And to drink, not coffee, not juice, but warm jasmine tea, fragrant, floral, soothing to the nerves. It's their quiet way of saying good morning to the body, not jolting it awake with caffeine, but waking it gently with care. Here's what's fascinating. Studies show that people in Okinawa consume about 30% fewer calories than the average American. Yet they have more energy, sharper minds, and stronger bodies. It's not starvation, it's intention. They eat to live, not live to eat. And perhaps that's the real wisdom here. Each bite is an act of gratitude. Each meal a reminder that life doesn't have to be complicated to be fulfilling. Sometimes, the secret to living longer isn't in doing more. It's in doing less, but doing it with heart. Part 2. The Power of Plants. By midday, the Okinawan sun glows softly across green fields and small vegetable gardens. You can hear laughter, neighbors talking, children running, and somewhere the gentle sizzle of a wok. Lunch in Okinawa is simple, but it's alive with color. A dish called chan puru, the word means something mixed. It's a humble stir-fry of bitter melon, tofu, carrots, and leafy greens, sometimes with a touch of egg or fish. Everything cooked quickly, lightly, just enough to keep its soul. The bitter melon, Goya, may taste strong, but it's medicine in disguise. Scientists from the University of Tokyo found that compounds in bitter melon can lower blood sugar and reduce inflammation. Two of the biggest challenges we face as we age, and that's the beauty of Okinawan food. Every flavor has a purpose. Their plates look like a rainbow, deep greens, bright oranges, soft purples. Each color tells a story of nutrients, antioxidants, carotenoids, and phytonutrients, all working quietly to keep the body young. And get this, about 70% of the Okinawan diet comes from plants grown right in their gardens, food they've touched, cared for, and watched grow with their own hands. There's no heavy lunch, no fast food, no bloated feeling after eating, just lightness, physical and emotional. A bowl of soup, a bit of rice, and vegetables full of life. Enough to nourish, not to numb. They don't eat alone either. They gather, they share. And while Western diets often chase protein or calories, the Okinawan table chases connection. Because when you eat with people you love, something shifts inside you. Digestion slows, blood pressure lowers, and stress melts away. That's not magic, that's science. Harvard School of Public Health found that people who share meals regularly live longer and report higher happiness. The same thing the Okinawans have known for generations. So maybe the real secret isn't the tofu or the bitter melon. It's the laughter, the rhythm, the way they treat food not as fuel, but as a daily prayer. They feed both the body and the soul, and both seem to thank them by lasting longer. Part 3. The Light Evening Table. As the sun begins to set over Okinawa, the day slows to a peaceful rhythm. The sky turns golden, the air cools, and families gather once more. Not in front of the TV, but around a small wooden table. Dinner here is light, almost spiritual. A bowl of soup, a few pieces of simmered vegetables, maybe a slice of fish, often grilled or stewed gently with seaweed. No excess, no waste, just enough to honor the body and end the day in peace. Sometimes there's a small piece of pork, slow cooked for hours until tender. But even then it's served in moderation, surrounded by greens, tofu, and herbs that balance the richness. The Okinawans have a saying, "Nuchi gusui," food is medicine, and every meal is treated that way, not as entertainment, not as comfort, but as a gift from nature to be respected. Science agrees with them. Studies from the National Geographic Blue Zones Project found that Okinawans consume less meat and dairy than 90% of the world, yet they have among the lowest rates of heart disease, diabetes, and dementia. They don't eat to feel full, they eat to feel alive. And when dinner is over, they don't rush to dessert. They sip warm jasmine tea, share quiet stories, laugh softly. That calm, that gentle end to the day, might be their most powerful anti-aging secret of all. Because it's not only what's on the plate, it's what's not there. No stress, no guilt, no rush. Their food heals because their hearts are calm. And as they finish the last sip of tea, you can almost feel it. The deep peace of people who have learned that longevity isn't something you chase, it's something you live, one mindful meal at a time. Part 4. The Secret Ingredient. When you really look at it, the secret of Okinawa isn't locked inside any single food, spice, or recipe. It's something much quieter, something invisible, yet powerful enough to add decades to life. That secret is mindfulness. They don't just eat, They honor their meals. Every ingredient is treated with care. The vegetables they planted themselves, the tofu they made that morning, the soup that's been simmering since sunrise. Each bite is slow, grateful, present. And when they say itadakimasu before eating, it isn't just a polite phrase. It's a thank you to the farmer, to the earth, to life itself. Researchers from Harvard and the National Geographic Blue Zones found something remarkable. Okinawans don't only live long, they live well. Their rates of depression and chronic disease are far lower than in most modern countries. And it's not just because of the food, it's because of their relationship with food. In Okinawa, they eat with joy, not fear. They don't measure calories and they measure gratitude. They don't rush meals, they share them. And somehow that simple mindset shifts everything. Lower stress, better digestion, healthier hearts. Maybe that's why so many of them reach 100, still smiling, still walking, still planting new seeds for tomorrow. So what can we, sitting thousands of miles away, learn from them? Maybe the answer isn't to change what we eat, but how we eat. Start small. Swap your morning toast for a sweet potato. Pour yourself a cup of green tea instead of soda. Sit down, breathe, taste your food. And when you feel full, stop. Because longevity doesn't come from eating more. It comes from appreciating more, from treating every meal as a conversation with your body and with time itself. So tonight, as you sit down for dinner, maybe take a quiet moment to feel grateful, to eat slowly, to smile at the simple things. Because the truth is, the people of Okinawa aren't chasing youth. They're living it, one mindful bite at a time.